make it can be revolutionary.
For this personal trainer trial, it was take your dual bells to the gym day, as I met up with personal trainer and runner Oscar Kemjika at Fitness Factory in Yonkers.
First time with the dual bell, feels good. Weight distribution is good. Never thought I'll deadlift a barbell with dumbbells. I'm always going to think about, okay, how can I make this thing more like the traditional deadlift? But I like it. I feel like there's a slight difference. It's a good difference because I'm still able to control nicely. Like I didn't feel like anything was wobbling or anything. But anything that's like any slight imbalance of anything or any losing, or anytime you feel like you're losing control, engage the core. If that doesn't solve it, then try to adjust. Try to make some adjustments on your form, like neutral spine, right? How you hinging back your hips, those kind of things. Every little thing matters, but I would say engage the core more and be more intentionally slow with the movement, right? Because sometimes we have a tendency that the pace is too fast, so we feel like we're out of control because we're moving too fast, right? So when you engage the core and slow it down a little bit, you kind of become one with the movement, and you make less mistakes. And it's going to feel more natural. It almost forces the person to engage their core and be more aware of what's happening as they control the dumbbell coming down and coming up. Not much difference here with this compared to like plates or I just think at the top, maybe that wobble at the top, that's when you engage your core and make sure you come down straight. Stay nice and controlled, force the breathing form. I feel more of the eccentric motion. So eccentrically requires more control coming down for sure. That's the difference. Coming up about the same, controlling on the way down, that's where it's at. So definitely the eccentric motion, that's where the difference is. On the way down, it makes sense because you're controlling against gravity, and then the pendulum-like swing of the dumbbell. Kind of the same thing. Eccentrically, you have to stay controlled on the way down. So what I'm gathering so far is that this can really work the eccentric part of the exercise movement of most exercises that's going against gravity, right? Bicep curls, overhead press, almost the same thing. You have to control coming down. We saw the same thing with the deadlift as well as bent over rows. So I say that it can increase your ability to stay controlled on the eccentric movement of an exercise. Okay, right off the bat, my forearms are not in the way of the dumbbell like it might be if I had a plate here. And that gives me more range of motion on the way down as well, where I'm not really hitting my knee. Especially a taller individual, this would work very good. If I had a 25 on here, it might be a little jam-packed in this area. So that limits my range of motion on the way down. I get more obliques activation coming over now, right? I can rotate more freely, come down further, get full range of motion here. That's the one benefit of this here, I'll say. Even if it gets heavier, even if it's a 50-pound dumbbell, it's still gonna have more space here. Right? Felt the same. On the way up, I guess the push off is important. That stabilizing, everyone likes to do this. Thrust forward, you have to engage the core and make sure that you're straight up. Again, you have to be cautious of the movement. Same thing like upstairs with the deadlift and bend over rows, just be cautious of the controlled motion. In this case, on the way up, pushing away from gravity. Don't over-exaggerate the hip thrust. Some people like to do that on the squat.
Right.
Straight up from here, boom, tight core, straight up. I like the squat because it kind of like reinforces the importance of engaging your core muscle groups every step of the way, from the loading position down to the squat position, sit position, and then the upward motion. Because as you saw how the weight on my right side, I kind of like exposed me to some flaws that I might have had on my right side, stabilizing and then pushing all the way up. And then also, squat is probably the most fundamentally sound exercise that really tests your ability to engage your core muscles while working major muscle groups. So the dual bell, I think because of that, it can be one of those exercise equipments that can help us diagnose things and reinforce and correct things that we're supposed to be doing, and encourage proper exercise techniques in the process. So yeah, with the squat, that was one of the exercises that I saw all of that come into full circle, full display.
Oh yeah. I didn't want you to go to a cable today or anything. Just do it. Fine. No. Science, man. You too, brother.
Thanks.
Stability, like you're trying to keep your core so tight.
All right, so I just took the words out of my mouth. Enforces more stabilization, eccentrically and concentrically in a sense, because again, you're trying to prevent it from dangling, and then the range of motion is important too. Some people might be inclined to cheat because of that slight difference in stability. But yeah, I think we want to encourage range of motion for the chest press because of that. It gives that extra dynamic of enforced stability. It forces you to use your core stabilizers more, especially when you're going full range of motion, because of that element of dangling, or possible element of the weight shifting. Right? The weight distribution is a little different. So if I'm comparing that to what I would lift with traditional plates, because this total is 45, it's 108. Yeah, it might be a little extra element of difficulty, because there's no way 108 would make. I mean, then again, it's my third set after I did. I don't know. I do feel like I should have been able to pump out more based on the weight.
Well, the instability and incorporating additional muscles into the exercise can fatigue you a little bit faster, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna definitely work out with this more. Dualbell for sure. Like it's I think it can be revolutionary. Definitely groundbreaking.